EB Born S versus ER Born B and others. Also KG versus Minister of Home Affairs and others. So for those of you who think that you have some deja vu here, yes, we have covered it. I have included it once again in this month's roundup because it has now been reported in the law reports, and the citation is contained on the summaries. But for those of you listening, the citation 2024 to SA1 Constitutional Court. For those of you following along in the summaries can be found on page 1, and the bundle also page 1. So this judgment came about last year, has now made it to the law reports, and has obviously changed the landscape of out-and-out marriages in a very, very significant way, penned by Rogers J. in the Constitutional Court. And if my memory serves, the judgment was unanimous, I believe, or there was a very short dissenting judgment. It is a 72-pager. So for those of you who want to read the full judgment, go and prepare yourself emotionally for a long read. And essentially what happened in this matter is the constitutionality of Section 7.3 of the Divorce Act was challenged. The court found that Section 7.3, which was brought about when the Matrimonial Property Act came in as a mechanism for transfer of assets to out-and-out marriages, it was found that it was unconstitutional insofar as it distinguished between old ANC marriages, i.e. pre-1984, and the new ANC marriages. Can't really say new so much. I mean, 1984 was a good 40 years ago, but for this context, it is useful to distinguish accordingly. Notable quote, and I think really the crux of the judgment can be found at paragraph 127 thereof, where the court states, in the present case, women in old ANC marriages are treated differently from women in new ANC marriages. While this differentiation is not directly a differentiation based on gender, its practical effect in the case of new ANC marriages is to prejudice women and benefit men disproportionately. Very interesting judgment to read in terms of the analysis of gender roles as they have been seen traditionally by the courts, and a very successful challenge in terms of equality before the law for men and women. So that is EB versus ER and others, KG versus Minister of Home Affairs and others, included solely because it has now made its way to the law reports.